After the joy then of the Europa League final, it's back to the domestic final game of the season. It is the Coupe de France final against Bordeaux. Can we make it a cup double? Hey guys, thank you very much for clicking play. It's Gamer James here. Welcome back to Marseille's episode 45. It is the season end as we take on Bordeaux in the Coupe de France final. Shouldn't be a very long video, this one, unless it goes to extra time and penalties. There's nothing to bring you up to speed on. All we're going to do is just have a little look at the history of the French Cup in terms of the amount of the records, the winners, that sort of thing. There's one bit of transfer news, and then it's straight into that final. So we've got the history up here, the history screen of the French Cup. Paris Saint-Germain have won it the most times. They've won it 12 times. We've won it. Marseille have won it 10 times. So we can get up to 11 today and get within one of PSG. Haven't looked to see how many times Bordeaux have won it. We'll have a look at that in a minute. We, though, have been in... this will be our 20th final. They've won 10, lost 9. Paris Saint-Germain have only been in 16 finals. So my rudimentary research tells me that Marseille have got to more finals than anybody else. It would be really nice to get to within one of PSG. Maybe next season, then we can equal it. It's going to be a really good match, I think. But it's one that I reckon we can win. Let's have a look at our opponents. Right, here's Bordeaux's competition history then. I'm aware that you can't see sort of just down here a little bit, but it's just like the under-19s things and things like that. It's nothing massively important. It's this here that we're looking at. The French Cup, Coupe de France, they've won it 4 times. Runners-up on 7 occasions, so this will be Bordeaux's 12th final. They were in it in 2017, so they have been in the final in this save, but they haven't won it since 2013. So it's going to be a relatively new name on the trophy. It's going to be one that hasn't won it for a few years. Anyway, let's have a quick look at our history in the competition. So you can see I mentioned this will be our 20th final, but Marseille have not won it since 1989, so it is 32 years since they won the French Cup. They were runners-up in 2016, so the year before this game, before FM17 came out. They've been runners-up in 2006 and 2007 as well, so there's been a fair bit of hurt since they last won this trophy. Of course, just having a look at the wider picture, runners up in 2020, that is going to say 2021 as well, shortly in Ligue 1. And of course, look at that. I should have shown you this in the last video. The UEFA Cup, the Europa League 2021, the first time we've ever won it. It's only the second ever European trophy we've won. I'm still buzzing from that. I'm really confident for today's match. So just one little thing I did want to catch up on. Our under-19s won their group, they won their league, they finished 4 points ahead of Sochaux. Really good win. Look at this. Zdenek Makalek was the top scorer with 20 goals. He only played 13 of those 26 league games. So he hasn't played for half a season because I've had him in the reserves and in the first team. And he's still clear as the top scorer in the division. Hugo Mercadal, he was the player of the season, I guess. He's a central defender. Not sure if he's going to make the grade. He is only 19, but he does only have 2.5-star potential. So he's probably not going to make it into the first team. But hopefully that might get him a move. The fact that he's going to probably... well, he's top of the average rating, so it might get him a move, I guess. Makalek as well was joint top in the player of the match standings with 7. Again, hasn't played in the competition for half a season. So great player at the at his age level. Hopefully he can continue to make good progress. So as I say, one bit of transfer news, and it's this guy, Vincent Marchetti. French midfielder, 23 years of age, coming in from Nancy. Just looks absolute class. His current ability is 3.5. He's 4-star potential ability, so really happy to get him in. Thiago is going into the last year of his contract, so I'm not sure that I'm going to keep him on. I might look to move him on maybe in the summer, just if we get some interest, because this kid is 23. He needs to play. He looks the part. He looks like he could really do as a job. Only concern about him really is his natural fitness isn't brilliant. So we're going to have him basically on physical training all the time. But at 23, he does look a real star, potentially. So just before we get into the lineup for today's match, I just thought I'd show you this. This is my contract, and I have 1 year left to run on it. It runs out in June 2022. The only reason it came to my attention is because the board released a statement saying how pleased they were with winning the Europa League, and down in the bottom right hand corner there was a button to say request a new contract, and it suddenly clicked that mine must be coming to an end. So yeah, I went in and had a look. We've got a year left. I'm not going to ask for a new contract. We're going to play next season with Marseille, but I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do after that season. I'm not going to approach the board for a contract. I'm going to wait for them to approach me, and then we'll see what's on offer. But this summer, I am really going to be looking at the job market as well. I think I've said it a couple of seasons. We are at a crossroads now. Runners up the last 2 seasons, won the Europa League, potentially winning the Coupe de France today. Hopefully, winning the Coupe de France today. Can I challenge for the title properly next season? Are Paris Saint-Germain on the slide? If a good job comes up, will I move on? Who knows? Enough contract talk though, let's get down to business. It's the Coupe de France final. It's at the Stade de France. Here's our lineup. We've got Predrag Rajkovic in goal. Malik Ousfani comes in at left back. Malang Sarr, Gabriel Paulista in the middle. And it's Kyle Walker at right back. Thiago and Bakayoko in the middle, and then it's Sisto, Pereira, Andrade and God up front. We do have a lot of tired players. It is only 2 or 3 days since the Europa League final, so if this goes to extra time we're going to struggle, but I don't think it will. Right, so we are slight favourites in the eyes of the press. They're saying that we could win this maybe 1-0. Bordeaux are also playing a 4-2-3-1. It looks as though they're playing Lucas Prato on the left as an inside forward, and then they've got a wonder kid on loan from Juve called Joel Mbassi. He's a new gen, but he's a winger. He does look good, so watch out for him today. We've passionately gone in and said, win this trophy for yourselves, but also for the fans. They've been magnificent and deserve success. I think it's exactly the same team talk we used in the Europa League final. You can see we've got a couple of tired players. Kyle Walker, Moussa Dembele are possibly not going to see it. If it goes to extra time, they're definitely not going to see it through. We've got Memphis Depay on the bench today. He's been possibly going to be the player of the season when those awards come in, although I'm guessing Moussa will get it. But we've got him on the bench as our reserve striker. Makalek is injured now, and I didn't want to give Jordan Ayew the game because he'll be gone in the summer. So if it goes to extra time, I think we're going to be struggling, but we're going to keep it controlled and fluid. We are at the Stade de France in Saint-Denis in Paris. Oh, I'm confident. This one, I'm confident. I'm relaxed. I think we can win it. Probably means we're not going to, but let's see what happens in this final. Lucas Prato there, you can see straight away cutting in from the left. He is definitely playing as an inside forward. He has a half decent left foot, but he's all about the right foot. So let's see what we can do here. Here's Andrea Pereira into Thiago. Sisto, he's gone for goal and it's well over. Poor ball from Andrade. Madeira's got it in midfield now. Would be so nice to win this trophy for the first time in over 3 decades. That's unbelievable. Oh, it's Lucas Prato. It's a nightmare start. His 20th goal of the season. I've got a feeling that went through Rajkovic's legs. We'll see it here. Ball through from Domingo. Gets the early shot away. Oh, that's a poor error from the keeper. Kiko Casilla lifts the goal kick downfield. We've just passionately encouraged them. We don't want their heads to drop after conceding such an early goal. Need them fired up. Need them to get out there and turn this game on its head. But we are being absolutely dominated at the minute. We're just not getting hold of the ball at all. They are just in control. 58% possession they've had already. Here's Schlupp. In it goes. Saar heads it away, but Nakuri, poor effort. Rajkovic saves. Here's Domingo. Come on, get in on him. Come on. Ferreira plays it forward. Madeira. Mbassi. This is the wonder kid. It's a great ball in, and it's 2-0. It's Rui Madeira who scored it. 20 minutes in. What is going on here? We're going to have to make changes here. We are being taken apart. Andrea Pereira, Bakayoko, Thiago. So we have got some tactical changes going through. We've gone to wingers. We're going attacking as well. Sisto's shot is saved by Casilla. We've dropped the fullbacks back to fullback from wing back as well. It's the usual changes that we've been making recently. It just isn't working. As Andrade puts the ball in and Casilla claims it, he'll take those all day long. We have started getting the possession back a little bit, but the control fluid just wasn't working, so we've gone attacking just to try and assert ourselves on the game. I'm going to give them a touchline team talk in a minute as well, and just tell them to do something because they are being torn apart here as Rajkovic smuggles that one behind for a corner. We've not turned up today. And Mbassi takes the corner. The header comes in and Walker clears it off the line. The counter's on with Pereira and Dembele can't do anything with it. This is not a good half of football at the minute. Pereira's corner, it's cleared away. We are creating nothing. We've had 7 shots, 4 on target, but we're not really creating anything. You can see no clear-cut chances, no half chances. They've had 5 shots on goal. 2 of them have been clear-cut, 2 have been half chances. It has just not been good enough at all. They are getting the teacups are going flying at half-time. I can guarantee that. Here's Madeira, forward for Domingo. It could be 3-0 at the moment. And Mbassi, if he pulls that across, we're in trouble. He dwelt on the ball and we come away with it. Andrade doesn't really like playing as a winger, so I think Francisco Javier is going to be coming on at half-time as well. Domingo, Nakuri, out to Prato. If we get to half-time at 2-0, I'll be surprised because they are just toying with us, really. Here's Mbassi, Nakuri, Prato couldn't get his head around that enough. Rajkovic holds on. So it's half-time and we are 2-0 down in the Coupe de France final. We've aggressively said we need to see something else in the second half. It's worked a treat. I'm bringing Francisco Javier on for Thomas Andrade. That change is going through. Not one I had planned to make. That really puts our plans in doubt. Of course, means nothing at the minute because this game is a long way from extra time. We're not doing well in terms of the ball possession, so we've gone direct with the passing. We've just got to try and get it forward, get it out wide, get some crosses in, get some goals and find a way back into this final because we've had 8 shots and 4 on target, but they've been pointless shots. 6 of them have been long shots. So I am expecting to see something in this second half and it's just not happening, is it? Look, we're playing it on extended and we're 11 minutes into the second half already and we see nothing. Here we go. Here's Malik Ousfani and Thiago lifted forward looking for Dembele. It's going to drop for Pereira. Clips the ball in. It's cleared away. Thiago to Francisco Javier and a good save. And that's our first half chance of the match. It's the first time we've actually looked like doing anything. This is going to be such a disappointment to end the season like this. But there's Sisto. There's a goal back. That is much, much better. Bit of pressure on their goal. And we are right back in this tie now. Lovely cross from Pereira's left foot. And Sisto nuts it in. Kyle Walker with the throw. Come on, boys, now. Got your heads up. Let's do this. Let's get back on level terms quick. Here's Sisto. Oh, it's a great hit with the left foot. It's not a million miles wide. Goal kick will be taken by Kiko Casilla. Pereira to Thiago. Francisco Javier. Oh, didn't get past his man there, and it's played forward. Bit of head tennis going, but we've got the ball back. Javier with a long ball forward. Bakayoko picks it up now. He goes for goal, and it's a brilliant save. This is better, boys. Come on. Corner then. Andrea Pereira takes. It's headed away. We've taken Thiago off now. We've brought Bruno Fernandes on, but I've swapped Bruno Fernandes and Andrea Pereira around. So Pereira is now playing as a deep line playmaker, and Bruno Fernandes is behind Moussa Dembele because he offers a bit more of a goal threat, I think. And the offside is given there. We've got 25 minutes to go. Come on, boys. You're so close to getting this back on level terms. What is going on? Come on. Come on. The game is just flying through now. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Let's go. We've got a highlight. Sisto. This will be so annoying if we lose this final now. Francisco Javier, and that is awful. What was that? Pereira takes a free kick. It's Bruno Fernandes, and that's a brilliant save from Casilla. Oh, that was a really good save. So we've gone overload now. We've gone overload. We've gone shoot on sight. We've gone clear the ball out wide. Desperately trying to save this now. Sisto gives away a silly free kick, but it's just desperation now. Can we get forward? It's going to be, I mean, we've won the Europa League. It's brilliant, but to lose both domestic finals is just going to be so frustrating. It really is. Can we get one last attack, or are we going to get caught on the counter? Here's Rizzo bringing it forward for Bordeaux, and it's played on, but Malang Sarr gets to it. Here's Francisco Javier. Come on, get past your man. He has got past his man, and what was that? Why have you crossed it like that? You've nowhere near Moussa Dembele. Past your man, and then he crosses it. Why didn't he just take it on further? He was in the clear. That is frustrating as well. You just get the feeling this is just playing out into nothing now. Here's Bakayoko. Come on, Francisco Javier. Let's force extra time. Does he get past his man? No. El Abdullawi does well against him this time. Here's Madeira. Nakuri, Lengley, look, they are dwelling on the ball in their own penalty area. What are you doing? Come on. A minute to go. Bruno Fernandes now. Oh, and Kiko Casilla claims that one. We've had more shots than they have now, but we've had one half chance in the entire match. It's just been absolute, just a car crash, really, this match. Such a horrible way to end the season. It's so annoying. The ball comes in, and Dembele just not even trying now. He's just not bothered. It's just the game has gone. The final is done and dusted. 15 seconds to go. Here's Sisto. Nope. It's rejected. Here's Bakayoko, Bruno Fernandes, Pereira. And it's headed out of play, and that will be it. Kyle Walker to take the throw. And there it is. That is ridiculously, I am so annoyed. From the highs of the Europa League to that was unbelievably bad. Such a bum note to end the season on. I'm livid. I'm just really frustrated with that. We are better than that. How we have not won that match is, it's just such an awful way to end the season. That really is. Right, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to record a little end of season review once we get in the player awards and everything and the goal of the season, and we'll just have a little recap of what we've done. If you've liked this video, don't really know how you can with that performance in the final, but please leave a like. Subscribe as well if you haven't already. I can now motor through pre-season, get the squad reshaped, ship out the players I want, pretty much the 11 that played that final, and we will be back for day one of the new season, maybe at Marseille, maybe not, but there will be a video shortly as well, just a little recap. Thank you again for watching, guys. Have a great day, and I'll see you very soon.